So a couple trades this week. The main one that resulted in most of the losses was GBP NZD. Now what did I do? I sold here at resistance when price got there, and then I added when price broke, got a little bit further into the zone. I added. So my first entry was down here, second one was up here. I put my stop just past the zone, and I put my target here to 1-to-1. So I closed this just before the stop loss. So I was down, like $170,000 at one point this week before we had the big winner on that last one, because this would have been like I closed it at a 40K loss. I avoided a $100,000 loss on GBP NZD just because I managed it by closing it early. Then we had AUD JPY and USD CAD. AUD JPY, I thought price was effectively just going to be going down. So what it is, I sold with a stop above the zone and a target below. And this is exactly how I structured it. So as price was going down, we were coming into this zone repeatedly. So what I thought was going to happen on like the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, I thought that price was going to break through this zone, and it ended up doing it. Like eventually we got that breakthrough. But what I did is, just to control risk, I risked a smaller amount than I normally risk on this. So I risked 30K. I posted this here. I'm short AUD JPY, 30K risk for a 60K profit. And this is what it looked like. But I just entered a sell thinking it was going to break down through the zone just based on how crazy this wick was rejecting. Like this is super, it's like a big, huge bearish wick. And then as it started popping up, I ended up closing it right there. And that represented a $20,000 loss. So that was that, AUD/JPY, and it is what it is. Now the other one was USD CAD. This was the final one that was kind of a big loss. Price came up here into this resistance zone. So when price got up here into this resistance zone, I entered a sell. My stop loss was above the zone, and my target was at 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. So it looked more or less like this. And it ended up going up, and then it hit stop. But you can see I did the same thing I always do. I entered sells, and if it breaks above, it hits the stop, and if it bounces, then it hits the take profit, and we're off to the races. Now let's cover the last one, which was a nice little easy clean trade, Euro AUD. I entered a sell right here along the highs with a stop above and a target below, just like I always do. And what happened? It just bounced off the resistance zone, came into profit, and since it was so close to the profit target, and since I didn't want to run the risk of holding it over the weekend, I just decided it'd be a better idea to close the trade. These resulted in all of these, and my week is down 80K. I'm down about 1 unit of R in Forex this week.